Test, test, testing. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little stream real quick, okay? I'm gonna do the stream online real quick, so don't be too loud, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna do stuff on the internet. Yeah, okay, just let me do it. Let me just do it real quick, okay? Then we're gonna have to get dressed and go get stuff for the party. Make sure you eat all your food. Mic test. One, two, three. It's working. All right. All right, we're about to get going here in about 43 seconds or so, maybe sooner. Just making sure all my stuff is good. Hey, no, I'm talking to the computer, okay? So just give me like 30 minutes and then we'll go get ready for the day and the party, okay? So if you hear me talking, I'm talking to the computer and the internet, all right? All right. Let's get this stream going. I was talking, school's out today, so I got my kiddo with me. And so he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, dude, I'm talking to the interwebs. I don't know how you explain that to a 4-year-old, but whatever. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get it in. What's going on? Happy Monday. It's a holiday. Oh, what the holiday is it? Oh yeah, President's Day. Cool. Whatever. Happy President's Day. The best president ever, Mr. Joe Biden, in office right now. He's so amazing. Trump was amazing. Biden's amazing. They're just all amazing people. They're just the best, helping Americans through the hard times. What would we do without them? Anyway, this is Z-Rex, or I am Z-Rex. This is No Noise. And we're coming live. What is today, the 20th already? Yep, 20th February 2023, right at like 11, right at the cutoff of the time window that I like to do the stream at. Barely making it in. Anyway, enough talk. Let's go talk some charts because that's why I want to watch this anyway. All right, let's start with Mama Bear. So we got the dippity doodah, we got the little pumpity doodah, we had the nasty candle on Thursday. It ended up closing pretty good on Friday, to be fair. You got this guy right here. This is Friday's candle. So that's pretty good. I do like that. It negated this little nasty candle. That's all we had. We didn't have Friday's close since we do them in the morning. But we had this nasty candle here, which I was very cautious about. I'm still cautiously bullish, but we are building at least now a couple of days above the 24K or in the 24K handle. So that's nice. It is a holiday, so the markets are closed, stock market, all of that. So This is going to be a pretty short video. I just wanted to run down some stuff. You do have futures open, but they're barely kind of doing anything, just mostly chilling. So mostly just talk about crypto on this one. We'll have to wait for Wednesday's stream to get it in on the equity side of things. Anyway, so we are kind of camping out here above the 24K area. So that's good. I do like that. Very nice. Well, we have our first weekly open and close above 24,000 is my next question. This is what I'm going to be looking for, as we've mentioned a few times in the last handful of streams. We really need that open and close on the weekly to be above 24,000 to give this a lot more better foundation. And so far, the daily is trying to do it. Bears did try to take it down a little bit. It looks like probably overnight. Let's zoom in. Yeah, overnight. When was that? Oh, in the evening, Sunday. Look at this test into the 23, but immediate rejection by the Bulls. So that's pretty good. Do like that. Let's see here. We do have kind of some higher highs, higher lows building on the 8-ish hour chart. We do have bearish divergence on the RSI. Nothing too crazy. Let's see. It's not on the daily or nothing. The daily is actually kind of just posted up right below the what everyone calls the overbought zone. I like to call it just the bullish momentum zone, because overbought and oversold imply reversion to mean, and that doesn't necessarily. I think that's a big trap with the RSI and that language, because it's like overbought. Oh, that must mean it's coming down, and so I just don't like that language. It's just I'd rather have it more like momentum. It's like if it's above 70, the momentum is on the bull side. If it's below 30, the momentum is on the bear side. Because as we've seen before, I mean, it can stay up above 70 or below 30 for quite a while. So I don't like to really use those terms overbought. What's going on, Papez? He says, what are your recommendations for best Tesla option plays moving to March 1? Oh, that's specific. Just after March 1st. I believe March 3rd is the date for other options plays. I'm curious what my thoughts are. Trying to capitalize on Elon's continued gains. We'll go look at Tesla in a second. Like I said, the market's not open for equities today, but let me run through the crypto list, and then I'll tag on that here in a minute. Good to see you again, man. Welcome back. Let's see. So above 24K looks pretty good. And if we keep camping above here, then we're probably going to be making our way to that, what was it, like 28 to 30-ish? Oh, gosh, hold up. Yeah, we'd probably make our way up to, I would say, around 30K, give or take, $2 or $3 grand, I think will be the target for that. But, man, we still are below the 200, right on the mama, and below the 55. So it's like, again, this has been the narrative for a while, like almost out of the woods, but we're just not quite there. It's like we were so damn close. Again, still staying cautiously bullish. If GBTC can close above this about 1230 area on this week, or even kind of like this, engulfing and matching last week's candle, I would consider that a very good tick off for the bulls. We'll see if that happens. Of course, it's Monday, so we got 4 more days for that. But that would be something I'm looking for the week. Let's see futures real quick. Yeah, it's showing the same thing. What about Unicorn Man? Unicorn Man? Unicorn doesn't look as good as Bitcoin, which is surprising. Right up against the trend line. Yeah, man, it's like almost there. It's the same shit as last week. The only new information that we kind of got is that this candle that we spoke about a minute ago on the daily did get reversed by the bulls. And so that's the best new info piece that we got. So the bulls are trying to defend 24,000 now. And previous resistance usually becomes the new support level. So as long as we keep camping above 24K, I don't have any problems with this chart for the bulls. Only if we start getting below 23,000, even in the 23,000 handle, if we camp in there for more than like probably a 2-3 hour candle, then I would start to question this rally. But right now, I will say that the bulls are doing a pretty good job right now. China Open Bitcoin, excuse me, crypto. Well, you might have to reword that. China Open Bitcoin, excuse me, cryptocurrency. Um, I'm not sure what that means. They open Bitcoin. Yeah, clarify on that one for me, por favor. Let's see. Ethereum kind of cool above 1650. That's like the equivalent of 24K on Bitty Bits. Kind of lackluster price action on Litecoin here. This kind of sucks. This is a lot of bearish divergence on the RSI here, going all the way back to the middle of January. So pretty much this whole run. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, so that's a little concerning. Oh, it is getting squeezed up in this triangle. So, man, by the end of this month, we're probably gonna have resolution if bulls really got this or not. Litecoin was the leader last time in this run up, and I mean, pretty much anything above like 103 ish or below about 94 ish is kind of the line in the sand here. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see it's kind of just retesting this little fake breakdown right on the trend line. Couldn't get more sexy than that. And so kind of we're in the same position now as it just retesting the top of this H pattern. Oh, actually, here's a beautiful H pattern. This is one I don't hear many people talk about. This H pattern, it's pretty clear. It looks like an H, as you can see with the pink line. Just real quick on this. This is a really cool pattern because they play out. They either work really fast or they get negated really quickly. So this one is a textbook bullish H pattern. Usually they are bullish. It's kind of easy to remember, like hard to short. So when you see this, if you start getting a couple of bodies open and close below the bottom part of the H, you can look for a measured move, and that measured move is just pretty much the size of the H would be like, I would just drag it down to here, and that would be about a measured move on this structure. But what you can see it did is the body actually came up and closed right even with the bottom of the H, and then immediately took off. So if it goes sideways too much, then the H is negated and it doesn't matter. But what you look for is exactly this momentum right here. And when it gets back above this hump, that is a really good long entry with the stop just below kind of the structure of the hump. And they'll all look a little bit different. This one's a pretty textbook rounded off H. And so that's how these are played. And this is a really good pattern. And the cool thing that you know about it, I'm on the 458, which is about an 8-hour. And the cool thing about this is you'll know usually within 5 candles or whatever time frame you're looking at that it should play out. And if it goes kind of past that and just dribbles out or kind of just lollygags, then it's not an H pattern anymore and you can move on. But it is one of my favorite go-to patterns to look for in a charting. Little side note there. China's talking, allowing crypto now. Oh, really? Are they allowing the miners back and all that crap too? Like you can go mine there again? I don't know if I believe that they ever banned it anyway. I barely believe anything China officially announces, but it's like their gold numbers. They're always like, oh yeah, we only bought like 5 ounces of gold, guys. Yeah, that's it. It's like, oh, okay, sure. I kind of think that with the mining too, kind of the same thing. But anyway, Litecoin, some kind of concerning little divergence on the daily for the last month, really, during this whole pump. So I'd be really cautious on this if it lost like $93. I would be very cautious on that one. Again, stance is cautiously bullish on crypto still. This thing just can't get out of its range. Chop Fest 3000. Man, is this... Could someone argue this is like a complex head and shoulders? Sort of. It's a real sloppy one. But I just like to look at this as a range. As long as it's below 23, whatever. As long as it's above 20, whatever. That's range until it's not. So if you're a range trader, this thing has actually been really nice to you. If you're a range trader, almost every day, every other day, you're getting the other side of range tested. So XRP doing a little pumpage today. Looks like everything in crypto land is doing fairly well. Just kind of little single digits here and there for the most part, except for one thing I will be going and talking about, something I found over the weekend that was very interesting to me. VeChain is up a lot today, and there is one coin that was up like 75% yesterday or something, and I do think for good reason as well. It's with NFTs and Bitcoin. You might have seen it rolling across the crypto Twitter sphere, but pretty interesting. All the mainstream crypto outlets covered it over this weekend, or I guess over this last weekend. Decrypt, Coin, blah, 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 Telegraph, all of them pretty much covered it over the last few days. So that's pretty interesting. Anyway, we'll get to that here in a second. XRP is still kind of ranging, just lollygagging inside of here. This previous structure to the left, pretty much 38 to 42 is pretty much the range on that. I mean, it's just getting kind of almost monotonous at this point. We just keep saying the same thing, I feel like, but it is what it is, man. That's sometimes charts do that and they go sideways and make everybody kind of pissed off. It's like, God dang it, just get going or don't, or blah, sideways sucks. If you're an options trader, though, sideways, if you sell premium, is actually badass because you can make money from theta decay as time goes on. So that's probably a little more advanced. I know a lot of people don't. Your stream cut out, or the stream cut out. Let me see. Oh, sorry about that. It shows I've got decent kilobyte action here. Maybe do a little refresher. They're allowing altcoins. Oh, goodness. I'm not even sure what that means. They're allowing altcoins because aren't a lot of the shit coins from China and stuff? Again, like, I don't know if you heard what I was saying about China. It's like hard to believe anything what they say because they lie about pretty much everything. So we only have 10 ounces of gold in our vault. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, back to XLM, kind of the same boat as XRP, about 10 cents and about 8.5 cents. But this is going Kong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Micro pattern. What's going on, dude? What about crypto? Any insight? Well, that's what we're going over now, if that's what you're mentioning. Hong Long? Or did you mean Hong Kong? If you meant accidentally typed Hong Long, that's actually kind of funny. But anyway, TRX is still pumping. Wow, it's above 7 pennies. This actually, okay. This is one of the ones that looked a little bit better. Hey, can you be a little quiet, please? Can you go play like in the living room? I'll be done very soon, okay? Thank you. And then we've got, sorry about that. My kid was getting a little bit rowdy right behind me. Let's see. We've got about 7 low 7s is major resistance, but man, if we start just camping above 7, I'd be looking for 8, and the ultimate target on this, which I think we drew this on the last stream, maybe the one before, or sometime last week, doing like some fib extensions and just looking left, kind of at this little peak and a bunch of this little stuff here. If this really wants to get going, we could be targeting about 10 to 14. Now we need Bitcoin and Ethereum to get the ball rolling here. Now, can it pump? Of course, anything can happen. It doesn't need Bitcoin to do it. Man, that one little stupid wick over here is messing my chart up. There we go. So, but I'd say as long as this is holding above like 69 cents, let's just call it, it looks pretty good. Yes, Hong Kong is now accepting altcoins. Oh, okay. That is a little different. Interesting. Okay. Are they like accepting it for what kind of transactions? Like banking and utilities and tax stuff, or commerce? What's kind of the idea there? Let's see here. Dot looking pretty decent. Actually trying to continue its pumpation here. Breaking this trend line. Man, DOT actually looks pretty good above like 6.5 cents. Not too shabby, man. Oh, let's see here. Cardano, what is Charles doing over here? Charles is kind of trapped in a range. I'd say it's not really that great. 38 and 42 cents, in between that. It's trying to look good. It is above 200. It's trying to make it happen. But until it really gets out of that range, to 38 and 42, it's not too exciting. Let's see here at the top of the range on Link, the Link Marines. What are they doing? They are testing the top of the range, creating another doji. We got a pretty gnarly one yesterday, and now we're getting a more gnarly one today. We still got 6 hours before the close, so anything can happen in that. Obviously, this is a major resistance in the mid eights. Looks like it almost loves to do like a 950 run to sell off at. Are we going to see that before we get down back into the middle of the box? I don't know. It's happened 3 other times. Why not 4, right? But this is just range bound until it ain't, between about that 5.5, 8.5. Nothing too crazy there. EOS, what is EOS doing? Attempting to kind of break out here. It looks a lot better above this 115 level, but definitely major resistance on this cluster in the bottoms of all of this business on the attempted breakout back over in September. So major resistance at about $1.30, which you can actually already see yesterday. Price went up there, got rejected, made a doji, and now we're kind of having an inside day. Oh, Doge, Mr. Doge. Yeah, we're about to get to Doge. I'll add that to my thoughts here in a second. Oh, look at BCH. Let's go, BCH. Bitcoin Cash, the real super Bitcoin. Let's see here. Major resistance right here at about 150. And we can see that we've tested that pretty much today. Will it close up like this? If it does, that looks pretty good, man. Above like 137. I can't be too mad about this chart. Till it really loses 137, I think it's pretty sexy. Above 150, it's pretty much a clear shot all the way to 200 because there's not much business here. This is a quick sell-off back over here on the FTX news, I believe that was. Or maybe not. Was it that long ago already? Shit, I don't even remember. Anyway, BSV. Oh, look. It's trying to do a little pumpage. Okay. I do think BSV has some pent-up rally coming up. I almost want to buy some, actually. I keep making fun of it and skipping it like in the last couple of weeks of videos, just like whatever. But, this is interesting. I wish there was some more volume or something. It's just kind of chilling. I mean, look at the RSI has been right around 50 for months. Let's see. It actually looks okay above like $40. And if Bitcoin wants to camp above 40, above 40,000, getting ahead of ourselves, above 24,000, this could run up to upper 40s pretty easy. And I could see this one pamping up to mid 50s if that happened with the quickness. There's not a whole lot of volume on this. It's not on very many exchanges, so that probably kind of hurts it. But yeah, man, now I'm kind of interested in this a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. XMR. BTC, that will soar. Everything will soar. It's moon time, baby. BTC in all forms will soar today. Oh, man. Yeah, replicate whatever Doge does. Yeah, that and Akita Inu, kind of the same boat. The Shiba and the Akita, all that stuff. Monero. Is Monero just coming over here to retest the breakout zone and all this business looking left? It very well could be. And this actually looks okay above 155. Possible re-entry here on Monero. Let's get rid of this trend line because it's already broke. Very nice. And I bet you this is at a 382 as well. Let's see here. Oh, I got to make it right. It is right around the 382. So on Fibonacci's, if you're not, we can do Neo in a second, Papes. We can look at, if you're not familiar with Fibonacci, 618 is the golden ratio. There's 886 and 786 areas, the deep retrace zones of bullish or bearish moves, and usually you get counter trend moves from that area. But if bulls or bears are super strong, and right now we're measuring for the upside, if they are super strong and the momentum is highly on their side, the bears won't be able to get it below a 382. The 382 is a really good Momo indicator. When you start losing the 382, you usually go test the 618, and then it can kind of get a little bit funky. But the 382, if it just keeps staying above that as you keep remeasuring your fib numbers or your distance on the price action, that's a really good sign. So this is really confirming that the bulls are trying to defend this breakout zone in the mid 150s. So not too bad for Monera. Let's see what Dash is doing. Oh, look, Zcash is finally freaking breaking out. Look at that. But what's it doing? Coming right up to the bottom of, it's late to the party, to be fair, but I guess better late than never, but coming right up to the left of a price structure. Probably a lot of resistance here, around 50 bucks, give or take a couple dollars. But hey, man, it's breaking out of this range, so you got to give bulls credit for that. And camping above 47-ish does look pretty good. Let's see. Dash is stalling out a little bit. Maybe some of the love is going over to Zcash and crypto. That happens a lot, especially in the sectors of crypto. This would be like the privacy sector of crypto. You get like massive pumps, and then traders will go look for something that hasn't pumped yet, and it might be going to Zcash right now. That's kind of funny. That happened a lot back in the day. It was almost like clockwork. You could trade like that. The market's a little different than the 14 run and the 17 run, but this is super vertical, so probably get a little sideways, maybe just bump into this trend line and then continuation. But overall, it does look pretty damn sexy above 65 bucks. Let's see. Dang, Doge, what are you doing, Doji? Man, Doge isn't doing shit. What is this? Come on, Doge. Huh. Well, we're still just chilling around that 382. Yeah. I mean, so Doge looks okay above like 8.5-ish pennies. Maybe if you want to just take 8 flat, keep it simple. But the bulls need to make a higher high like soon. And by that, I mean anything above like 9 cents. You can see the little mama hump, and we're actually starting to slope down on this. And the bulls have tried for 5 or 4.5 days now, and they've not been able to get a body above this nice looking candle. So that kind of sucks. It's like almost there. Again, it's like the same narrative with almost every crypto. I mean, yeah, there's a few that have looked really good. There's 5 or 10 that are looking sexy, but the overall malaise of the market is just not great. But Neo, yeah, we'll go do Neo. I love that. Thanks, man. It will hit the golden ratio today. Yo, what's up, M. Washington? Welcome. Let's see. So above 8-ish cents, it looks okay, but I'm a little concerned that bulls can't even get over 9 pennies. No volume either. Pretty lackluster everything there. Hex is just saying F it. It's saying suck it to everybody. And like we said on Friday, like it looks a little exhausted, but as long as it stays above this trend line and about 4.5 pennies, it's still fine, and this bitch is still running. So this is a freaking massive run, over 200% just since like the end of January. It is coming up to major resistance now. Let's go to not the monthly, the weekly. Yeah, we've got the 55, the mama, and this little peak right here at about 69 cents. Nice. And this is, I don't know why TradingView does this. This is in pennies, so just put a decimal right after the first number. It's definitely not $6 million for a hex token. Richard Hart isn't that baller. All right. But anyway, 69 pennies does have major resistance. I'd expect a little pullback, but hey, maybe it just comes back to this stupid trend line and does it more, man. It's been very gnarly run there. H&T, nice, bumping up, but again, major resistance here at 320. It does look a lot more better above $3 though. That was kind of the level we were looking for. It didn't look so great last week, but after the weekend and getting up here above $3 looks pretty nice on there. V-Chain is actually pamping. UFC coin here is just getting it in. Now, obviously, major resistance looking left on this cluster, this peak. So about 3.4 pennies is major resistance on this. I would be expecting the bulls to take a little liquidation break. But overall, this does look really good as long as it can hold above like the upper twos. You know, this is going to be pretty volatile, so about 2.8 cents roughly. It does look pretty good. Atom is kind of chilling. Not really doing anything, just hanging out at the peaks, trying to look super sexy. I will say that the slope is nice. We got the 200 sloping up, the Mama sloping up, the 55, the 21. We're getting freaking all. Why y'all pissed, man? Don't be pissed. It's all good. We get all this slopage pointing up. That's pretty sexy. To be fair, man, we haven't seen the 200 on Cosmos be sloped up since all the way back over here around summer of 2020. So, hey, man, are we about to enter pump mode? Oh, man, it's building the case for it slowly. Well, you know, a little too slowly, but hey, whatever. Market does what it wants to do. Osmosis, this, you know, if we're going to start running, this is probably a pretty good trade right here. You know, because the risk is less than 10%. Because if it lost this 9.5 cents, I would be like, oh, F this. But man, if it breaks above like 110, 111, I think it could easily hit like 140, like 130s, 140. So that could be a decent trade right there. I might take a gander at that later. Ton. Let's see. Ton is just going sideways as F. You know, this actually looks okay. Looks okay. I like it above 230. I think that's what we've been watching for the last couple weeks here, like 230 to 250-ish. Oh, you missed the last one? Oh, I was talking about Osmosis. Yeah, I think this one looks nice, you know, because Atom and Osmos and I don't know, one of my buddies is all over this thing. He says it's going to be super badass and blah, blah, blah. I mean, how many times have we heard that, though? There's only like 80,000 cryptos. So, but it does seem kind of interesting, some of the stuff they're building out. But if Bitcoin and stuff is going to run, man, this thing is going to get some love. Like, as long as Bitcoin doesn't break below 23K, I think this is just a matter of time before it hits 130, 140. So that's all I was saying with that. Yes, you're welcome at Papas. And Ton looks pretty good above, you know, that 230-ish. Maybe you could just say this trend line, keep it simple. Oh, yeah, you wanted to look at Neo. Man, I haven't heard that one in a while, man. Holy moly, I see why you want to look at it. See, so this might be happening with some of the other coins. Just these moonshots. What the hell? Look at this volume, too. That's the most volume on it since, hold on, we got to take out obviously the mega pump in 21. So let's scroll left a little bit. So this is actually the most volume since right over here in February of last year. So almost exactly a year ago. How weird is that? So exactly a year ago, we had a matching volume. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Is that the case for other stuff? No. Wow, no, not even close. Well, what happened to the volume on Hex? Geez, that's probably not the best example to use. Not Dogecoin either. But yeah, interesting on Neo, though. Man, I mean, this is bulls are trying to make themselves known and saying, suck it, bears. And as long as it stays, I mean, getting above this is pretty sexy. So as long as it stays above this now, about $11, you know, that's pretty damn good. Not too bad, bulls. Would I buy it here? Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. I don't like buying something after 32% pump and really even more because that's just today, but just the last, you know, 6 days, less than a week, it's already up 65%. Doesn't mean it can't go more, but let's see what do we got here. Washington, that's what I thought Doge would react similar. I don't know if your thinking's off. You're just speculating and stuff, man. That's what we're all trying to do, right? And make a buck. Doge probably will pump. You know, there is, I guess you actually could argue, real quick, let me see this. It's pretty sloppy, but you could kind of argue this is a inverted head and shoulders type pattern, with a slant, with a headline like that, or neckline, sorry, not headline, neckline. And man, it's just confirming too that 9.5 penny zone. Man, if 9.5 pennies gets broke on Doge, I mean, I'd be looking for a test up here again, probably like 12 to 15 cents. And then that 15-cent level is like a major resistance zone. And let's see. Yeah, you can see that I've got it drawn here on my dish chart. Let's see. Let's just play around with 1/6/8. So if you can see here, I've left these fibs on here. I've measured the bear cycles on here, and the bull cycles usually almost go to at least the 1/6/8 and a little bit past, almost like a double. You can see it happened here too on the bear cycle. Let's see if it happened on this little intermediate one. It did, 1/6/8. Look at that. How cute is that? Anyway, so if we do the same thing, actually, I probably already have done it. That's probably what this green box is that I have drawn on here. I'm sure I've done this at some point. Let's see. Yeah, it's about right there. It's a little whatever. It's close. So that would be, dude, can you imagine $3.50 Doge? Get the shit out of here, man. That would be so crazy. And I don't have 2 on it. I guess I took it off. Let me throw it back on there just to kind of see where that is lying. I guess I can't. There it is. Is it about $10 Doge? I don't know. That just sounds, I don't even want to say that out loud. That just sounds absolute insanity. But who would have ever thought Doge would almost hit $1? Pretty much nobody thought that. 69 cents, baby. Wasn't that the exact top? Nah, it was 73. Dang. All right, it was close. We'll just call it 69 because that's cooler. 69, 73, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So Doge could be pumping, man. It's probably not a bad entry right here, to be fair, Apapes. And don't listen to me. I'm just some idiot on trading views. So do your own research and blah 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 blah. But man, for me, I kind of like this. It's like less than 10% risk, because if we lost this 8 penny zone, I wouldn't touch this. I'd let go of pretty much all my dojis. And let's see here. Is this the 382? Yeah, right around 382, like we were looking at earlier. So man, yeah, not too shabby. Especially if we're going to start getting little pumps like this Neo and some other stuff. All right, so let me talk about that thing I wanted to talk about earlier. So stacks, or something called, man, it's just off the China altcoin news. Yeah, possibly. I don't really read news that much, but yeah, I don't really read news that much, but kind of just watch the charts. And to be fair, you know, it's something that you can look at Neo, for example, watching charts. I mean, look at this. It already like broke out above the consolidation right here at about 950. And then it made a really nice candle yesterday, and then we're just getting follow through. So price usually comes before the news articles, right? All right, anyway, STX. So if you've heard of stacks, are also ordinals. This is something I keep seeing all over the weekend across the crypto news stuff, and it's pretty cool. It's like serialized satoshis, and they're finding ways to put stacks is a little different. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but ordinals is interesting because it's all on Bitcoin. So it's not a separate token like Stacks is. Stacks is utilizing Bitcoin to put NFTs and stuff like that on the Bitcoin chain using its security, because obviously Bitcoin security is the highest of the cryptos. But Ordinals is actually doing it without a token and doing it all through Bitcoin's chain, which is pretty interesting. There is a video. Let me go pull it up real quick on the side, and I will post it in the chat if it lets me, because sometimes they don't want to. Okay, so this is the guy that made it, and it doesn't have very many views yet. Here we go. Let's see if it'll let me paste it. All right, there it is. It did let me paste it. So there's that video there, the guy that created ordinals talking about it about 5 months ago or so. And there's been a lot of talk about it the last few days. And it's pretty interesting. I encourage you to just go watch it, check it out. I'm not a big NFT dude, and I know a lot of Bitcoin people don't like NFTs. And yes, there's controversial things about clogging the chain and it being store value and blah blah blah. And, whatever. We're not getting into all of that kind of stuff, but it is kind of cool, and the market would probably really like ordinals and NFTs on Bitcoin because just the security factor alone. And so apparently after this weekend, like yesterday, all that news was coming out, and my buddy bought the ICO of this, which obviously he's down a little bit to say the least. But anyway, um, this is pretty interesting, man. Like Stacks, the market must really like the idea of putting NFTs on Bitcoin. This is what this price action is telling me. I mean, yesterday it did 62%, pumped all the way up to about 80 cents. And let's go to a weekly just to kind of see what's up here. Right at the 55, although we just had enough candles to print it the last few weeks. So interesting, it stopped right there and the top of this wick. So it does look like there is major resistance around it's 66.99. We'll just call it 70 because this is a shorter chart. But around 70 pennies, this has pretty good resistance. But regardless, look at all this volume on here in the last couple of days. It's pretty much matching the volume from the dump fest of the ICO. So this is significant price action. And to me, it's showing that the market is very much liking the idea of NFTs on Bitcoin. And if ordinals and stacks, and I've just kind of barely dove into this the last few days, if this is like going to become the next hype cycle possibly, because there's always a new hype cycle for each of the epochs that Bitcoin's been in, right? Last year was DeFi and Ethereum NFTs, the start of that. Before that was like, what was the 2017 one? Was pretty much institutional people getting in. That was the narrative and everybody investing in it. And then 2014, the pump back then was all about, altcoins and it's amazing. All these cool altcoins. It's going to be epic and blah, blah, blah. And so what's kind of the new thing for this new bull market that's probably building up and going to happen in the next couple of years, within the next couple of years? Is it going to be something like NFTs on there? I don't know, possibly. I do think it's very interesting. I unfortunately missed this move. I posted it in my chat group I was in. When it was right here, I was like, man, this is probably a good one to buy. And then I just didn't buy any. And I looked at it yesterday and was like, oh, lols. Good one. Hey, that happens, though. Sometimes you miss some of the runs, like that Neo run today. But that's okay. Opportunity is infinite. Your capital is finite. Don't ever forget that. Don't get FOMO. Don't get mad. Don't get emotional. There's always opportunity, man. Don't do dumb shit and just buy the freaking peak. Don't do dumb shit and buy Dogecoin at 70 cents the night of SNL, because SNL and Elon going on there is fundamentally amazing for Doge or something. Don't get FOMO'd, man. And just remember, your capital is finite. Opportunity is infinite. All right. So Doge looking interesting. Let's see. What else did I say that I kind of liked? I don't know why. I kind of like BSV, man. I really do. Yeah, look, the candle's even starting to turn green on my little candle algo here. So pretty, this one might be ready to play some games, especially if we're going to start getting these little mega pumps out of nowhere. And that's, see, with Bitcoin getting over 24,000 and staying above 24K, that's kind of what we're going to start seeing a lot of. All right, I think I'm not even going to touch any of the majors in traditional normie markets because it doesn't really matter. They're not open today. We're not going to have any new data. So if anyone wants me to look at some other tickers, please do put them in the chat box now. Troll it up, and I can get to those. But other than that, I'm going to kind of just hang out for a second and then do my final thoughts here in just one moment. Let's see. Just checking some things. I'm looking at, let's go look at coin checkup just while we're kind of waiting for some stuff to possibly come through the chat box. It's like a coin market cap. If you don't know, I just prefer this one. Oh gosh, well, let's just show my email and stuff. Why does it do that? Thanks. Well, whatever, you can spam my email now. Oh yeah, that's right, Tesla. Thank you, Apapes. Let's see, what's big today? Look, stacks on the top, HT, Neo, VeChain, Sand, CFX. Dude, stop. CFX. What is CFX? I don't know if I've heard of that one. Oh, Nikes. Wow. Beautiful pattern right here. As soon as this candle happened, that was like bull supercharge, and it got uber bullish above the top of this at about 7.5 pennies. Holy moly, dude. What the hell is this? 1,000%. Dude, what? What? Get the major resistance here at the mid 30s, but wow. Epic move right there. I don't know anything about this. All right, so I've been sitting on my hands in crypto mostly since the peak in 2021, just kind of waiting for this moment. And now I need to kind of start getting more into coin hunting, it looks like. Wow, interesting. How many coins are there? 23,000. Holy crap. Dude, I remember when there was like 23 altcoins. All right. Tesla options. Thank you for reminding me. So Tesla looks okay. We're kind of getting a little bit of distribution-esque type pattern up here, right around 200. You got the 200 moving average right above at 220-ish. Tough place to take a trade here. Your options question was, you believe March 3 is the date for the options play? Well, I don't know how you like to trade options. But if I was going to use options and trade this specifically, I would probably trade. What would I do if I had to take a trade here? One, you know that I don't like taking directional trades in between the short and long-term moving averages. So you got the 200 and you've got it's like literally right in the middle of both of those. So I don't really like to take trades in there. I could see like a neutral strategy, like a delta neutral strategy working possibly on this, where you kind of strangle it. That strangles are one of my favorite option strategies, where you sell the put and you sell the call. March 1st is Investor Day. Oh, is that something there, like Investor Day for specifically for Tesla? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as long as it's holding above this 195 zone, you do have to give a little bit of lenience to the bulls. I'd say like 55 to 45, something like that. But yeah, it's close, man. It's close. Yeah, I'd be a little cautious on that because it has already done this run, and do mind the gap. Mind the gap right here. There is a gap. Gaps do get filled almost every single time. So mind that gap. And yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one. But let's maybe wait till this week and see what the price action of this week, and especially NASDAQ, does and stuff, because we're kind of just lollygagging, not looking super sexy, but not looking super bullish. It's very, very neutral on majors. So, let's revisit that maybe on Wednesday or Friday stream. I think we just need a little bit more data, because this is just kind of a little bit meh. But like I said, leaning slightly on the bullish side, like 55-45. It's very, very close. You like the strangle? Yeah, I love short strangles. Strangles are awesome. Strangle is just strangling the price, like, right? Taking your hands around it and you sell. Oh, crap. And you sell around it. So here and here, something like that. And generally, I like to sell around 20-30 delta. That's kind of where I like to go into. And I also like to give myself plenty of time, too. So I'm not trying to do, really short-term options. I know that's a big popular thing right now, the zero DTE expiration stuff, and that is, man, that is dangerous. That is like playing with fire, man. Yeah, you can win maybe 90% of the time, but on the other side of that token, the 10% or whatever it is, single digit losses are gargantuan and will usually wipe out all your gains. Kind of like volatility trading. Because gamma, when you're short term like that on expiration, gamma can totally bang you. So just be careful of that. Let's see. Strangles. All right. I think that's it. I think I'm going to wrap up here and go play with the kiddo a little bit. We got the day off together. So, Bitcoin, stay above 24K. You look all right. I like it. This is what we need to see. We are seeing altcoins pump a little bit. That's what, we've been talking about that on the stream for a while. We start getting comfy above 24. We're going to start seeing moonshots on these coins, man. And we already are seeing that. Stacks, Neo, Tron's trying to break out. I mean, there's a handful of them. So some of the sleepers, I think, if we do continue to stay above the 24,000 area, one, I would like Ethereum Unicorn Shirt Man to break this trend line and kind of confirm it, because Ethereum led this rally way back in 2020, and it also kind of showed. Actually met equal with the sell-off. So GBDC was that, but it did lead this rally and got all the hype in this cycle from NFTs and DeFi and all that crap. But now I'd like to see this break the trend line. If we get this trend line broken, BTC stays above 24,000, I'm going to start to get pretty damn bullish on that type of structure. We're like my cautiously bullish is starting to wane just ever so slightly. I'm still a little cautious, but it's starting to build up and look a lot more better. Some sleepers I'm kind of going to be looking at is BSV, what was that other one that we were talking about? Oh, yeah, Osmos. I do kind of like that. And Toncoin has been going sideways for a while, and it's actually been in bullish structure since last summer. So if it kind of just holds this, I mean, and hell, only going sideways for another week or so, and it's going to meet this trend line, and that'll be make it or break it time. And, there's just a lot of kind of less than 10% risk profiles for way higher than that on the upside. And, that's kind of how I like to trade. I like to wait for a structure to look really sexy. And then if you've got like this, it's like, oh, man, we start getting below, even 210, 215 on this chart, I'd start to question that. And then you also have the trend line right there. And so when you're talking like less than 10% risk profiles on crypto, I mean, that's like up to 10% on crypto is nothing, man. It does that daily. So I do like when I start to see those structures. And now we're getting a little bit of support from Mama Bear being above 24K. So correlation between the USD and the Japanese yen disturbed. What's going on? What is that? Pradek Ramanu 2002. We'll just call it Pradek. Correlation is disturbed. I'm not the biggest Forex guy. I do keep an eye on the euro mostly. Yeah, I don't watch the yen a lot. I probably should, because I know a lot of people like the yen, and it does have some. Yeah, I couldn't, man, to be honest, I can't really put too much thoughts onto that just because I don't really know the correlation of that pair too well. I mean, the best I could do was like put USD and euro, or wait, hold up. We already got this right here. So we do this and then USD yen, except I have to put it in correctly. Can we even see it? No, we can't even see that correlation. It's like way up here. Oh my God. Yeah, that is just not going to do anything for us. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure of that correlation. What's going on with it? I don't know. I can't really put too much thought onto that one. I am not a huge Forex guy, especially with the fundamental and correlation stuff like that. Just off of the Euro chart alone, I do like it. Wait, hold up. Why is this doing that? Why is this in percent? No, we don't want percent. We want log. All right. I do like it above this 1.06 level, though. Just off of the chart, it does look pretty good there. And then the yen is trying to break out here. It does have major resistance exactly where it's at now at about 135. But above, let's go to a weekly. Yeah, at the 21. Above this this little attempted breakdown, though, above like 131, it looks okay. That's about all I can provide on the Forex action there. But I think that's about it, y'all. So we're almost there. This week is a short week. We only got 4 trading days in the week here. We'll kind of see how GBDC looks at the end of this week. That'll be very interesting to me. I'll be watching that. I don't think that there's any stuff on here that we need to look at. Maybe the hash ribbons. Let's peep at that real quick, and then I'm out. Yeah, hash ribbons are nice and bullish. And as we mentioned too on this, we got that buy signal here at 21K. Then we got it reignited here at 21K, retest. I mean, this is pretty textbook shit right here. So it is starting to look pretty damn good. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So I think that is it. Much love, guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you have an awesome week. Happy Monday. If you've got the day off from Presidente Day, then hell yeah. I'm going to go enjoy some time with the kiddo. I'll be back on Wednesday morning to talk about normie markets too, since they're closed today. We don't really get to talk about them today. But that's okay. We did an extra long crypto dive, and there was definitely some gems, I think, to be found in there. So if you just kind of tuned in and missed some of that, of course, you'll be able to scroll back and go check this out after it gets posted up. And it's also posted on YouTube as well. They automatically upload there. If you prefer to watch them on YouTube, it's the same tag, no noise research. And, some people just prefer to watch on YouTube. And it's probably a better watching experience than TradingView. TradingView is kind of new to the streaming game, especially relative to the YouTube land. Awesome, guys. Much love. I appreciate y'all tuning in and hanging out with me. I'll see y'all Wednesday morning. Peace.